Okay, over the years of teaching, what happens, you collect problems, and something collect problems, the student shows your problem, might come from WebAssign, might come from their textbook, and you do it for the student, all right? Then you collect them over time, and you get a lot of problems, right? This is one such problem, all right? So it says find the area of the shaded region. It says figure 19, page 143. Let's look at it, right over here. All right, now someone says, where'd that picture come from? I can't remember. It's either from, Stewart's Calculus or maybe from Rogowski's. Now, someone says, is it really unique to any one textbook? Not really, but it was a question I saw in some textbook. Whether it was Stewart or whether it was Rogowski, because those are the two books that we've been using at Essex for some time now. So what I want to do is over here is just look at the problem and talk about the information I have over here. And one thing that they said the circle's radius 7, so I'll write that down. So the radius over here is 7. Then they give me another curve, and that's that curve with the 3 leaves on it, which is r equals 14 cosine 3 theta. All right, so certainly when you have electronic tools, you kind of blow it up, and I think I know what I'm looking at this point, but I want to find out the point of intersection, and it's right over here. When would that occur? It occurs when r equals 7, on both curves, by the way. So I'm just going to plug it in. So what do you get over here? 7 equals 14 cosine of 3 theta, and that's going to be 1/2. I divide both sides by 14, cosine of 3 theta. And it's going to be an acute angle, by the way, somewhere between 0 and pi over 2. I hope you realize that looking at it. So 1/2, what would that be? That would be a 60 degrees. All right, so I'm going to say 3 theta is 60 degrees. It's 60-degree reference triangle, by the way. And that's going to be pi over 3. All right? So the theta, the point of intersection here, is going to be when theta is equal to pi over 9. Then what happens, and we're talking about this region over here, it kind of zips around and hits this thing, right? And I'm just doing that little section over there. So I'm going to say this theta here is pi over 9. And when does this happen? When does the cosine hit the 0? Well, it's when 3 theta, right? We're going to talk about this guy over here now. When does that hit 0? Well, when 3 theta is equal to pi over 2. What would that give me? I'll call this theta 1, call this theta 2. That would be pi over 6, right? So this happens when theta equals pi over 6. Now, before I do anything, I want to point out what I'm looking at. I'm just looking at half of that shaded region. I definitely see this sector, and then I see this thing over here. So what I want to do is, there's 2 areas to look at, and I'm just doing half of it. Now, if I do half of it, I got to double it, because there's another half down here. But I'm just going to do one of them. I'm going to do the upper part. Let's do that. I already have the limits. So the area, it's definitely 2 of these things over here, and that's just simply area of a sector. So it's going to be 1/2. What's the theta? Well, that's going to be pi over 9. Again, I'm talking about the half. I will double it in a moment, by the way. And what's the r squared? Well, let's see, the r is 7, right? So it's 49. Let me write down 7 squared, though. What are we going to do? We're going to double this thing. What does it give us? That. Let's do the other one now. What do you have there? Well, it's going to be pi over 9 to pi over 6. I'm following this arc over here now. And we're doing this little tiny section here now. All right? 1/2. Oh, we have to double it. I'm sorry. Because there's 2 of them. I got to double over here. 2 of them. 1/2 theta. I'll write down d theta. And then the r squared. What's the r going to be? 14 cosine 3 theta. And we need to square that. Let me start working on it. And I always say it's problematic when you're doing arithmetic. You can make a mistake easily and not even realize it until you look at the answer key. It's happening many times. So what do you get there? Let's take a look. The 2's cancel. You get 49 pi over 9. plus. Well, there you can get 14 squared. I'll do that in a moment, by the way. Why am I saying that 2's cancel out? You definitely get 14 squared. What's 14 squared? Let's write this down. 10 times 14 is 140. 4 times 10 is 40. And 4 times 14 is 16. So you get 196. Let me erase that 14 squared. Put 196 down. And it's going to be from pi over 9 to pi over 6. And then what I'm going to do here, let me get my eraser out. Let me see this business over here. I have cosine squared, right? I need to reduce the power of that. So I'm going to write down, I know I'm jamming it in, by the way, and I think you've seen me do this many times before. So it's going to be the cosine of 6 theta, right? D theta, all right? Again, the cosine squared 3 theta. I'm just using that reduction formula that we've been using for a while. Now, somebody said, what are you going to do now? Wow. I guess I got to do something, right? So before I do anything, I want to just make sure you know we do provide an answer key for it. I want to see if I got, the beginning part of it. I think I might have made a mistake somewhere. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm sorry. It's cosine squared 3 theta. And then they did this part over here. I'm sorry. And pi over 6, they divide the 2 into 196. Let me put that down for you. Two goes into 196 98 times. Okay, we're right here. Here comes trouble now. Got to integrate it, and let's do that. And I just want to point out that I'm still looking at this. This is not an issue for me. The 98 is not an issue for me. When you take the antiderivative of 6, cosine of 6 theta, it's going to be the sine of 6 theta over 6. Relatively simple. And the antiderivative of theta is just, 1 is just theta. And I got these limits of integration over here. So what I want to do is I want to go through the arithmetic now. And it's always problematic. I mean, make mistakes. And I want to see if I can get through this, all right? This is part of your learning curve, right? So I'll write this over here. I still get 49 pi over 9, right? Plus 98. And I'm evaluating at pi over 6. And 6 times pi over 6 is pi. The sine of pi is 0. And then I get plus pi over 6, which is just pi over 6. Minus, I'm going to do a lower limit now, 98. And we're doing pi over 9. All right? So I definitely get plus pi over 9. That's not an issue for me. But I got to do this six times pi over 9. I'll put this over 6 times pi over 9. Divide by 3, you get 2 pi over 3. So I'm going to get, it's going to be in the second quadrant. 2 pi over 3 is 120. So I have a reference of 60. And we're looking at the sine of that. And that would be root 3 over 2. All right? But I got a 6 there. So what's going to be root 3? Again, the sine of 6 theta, that's 2 pi. That's root 3 over 2. But here I have a 6 there. It's going to be 12. All right? I got to keep going through this now. And I'm hoping to get that number in the end. Let's take a look. And I'm going to start to pull things together. I'm going to leave it as 6 for a time being. Minus 98 pi over 9 minus 98 root 3 over 12. I got troubles here with the arithmetic, but I still want to go through it. I want to see if I get the answer they have there listed. I'm not going to say it's right or wrong. Let's see if I can get that. And what we're going to do, I got to work on these three guys first. And the way I'm going to do that, I'm going to pull out 49. I'm going to pull out pi of those three terms. And looking at the bottom, I'll pull out a 3. And again, you may not want to do arithmetic this way. You do it the way you like to do it. So what would you get over there? You would get 1/3 plus 2. Again, I'm pulling out 49 pi, so it's 2. Oh, 2 over 2. That was easy. Minus 2, and I pulled out a 3. All right, minus 98 root 3 over 12. I'm still working on the first term. 49 pi over 3. And I'm going to say the common down there would be a 6. And what do you get? You would get 2, because 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 2 is 6. Minus, well, 2 times 3 is 6, so 2 times 2 is 4. So let's keep moving. And what do you get there? 49 pi. 3 times 6 is 18. And 2 plus 6 is 8. And 8 minus 4 is 4. Minus, I'm going to reduce it. 49 root 3. I'm dividing by 2, by the way, over 6. Going to common denominator, 18. 4 times 49 is going to be 196. Minus, well, let's see, 3 times 49, 147. All right. Toughest part about that problem, in my opinion, was the arithmetic. However, for a lot of students, setting it up is the toughest part. They don't get to the arithmetic. It's something you need to practice. Mistakes happen. This is why I provide a key for you. Thank you.